Welcome back to Fallout 4. we, I just finished clearing out those Nuka-Colas off screen. Yeah. Downloading Pal World, see what that's like. I hope that's good. I remember seeing an article about that ages ago. So hopefully it's good. It's like a third-person shooter Pokemon. I liked Pokemon Arceus. It was definitely a decent change to the model, in my opinion. But there are also a lot of things that I didn't like about it as well. Um, like, uh, again, like the whole grinding thing. I'm getting more tired of grinding as I get older, and that game particularly encouraged me to grind more. So by the time I was at the end, I wound up grinding way more than I probably should have. But then I still required more to finish the game properly. And wasting all that 45 I just bought. So it just... The pacing just wasn't great. Can I get up here? Okay. Thank you. How that didn't kill him, I don't know. I do need to increase the, I do need to increase the damage in that.
You hit like a rad rope! Loaded!
Not gonna mess around with them too much anymore. I killed about as many as I want to.
Who's there?
Oh, hell no!
So as you can see, the individual shots for this is weaker than my SMG. So if I pull that out, it just maybe barely. But with the build-up, with multiple shots that it gets, it equates to more. 5.56. I really need a decent 5.56 weapon. just obliterated Ada. Sorry. Not gonna bother healing her. She'll heal herself.
You're going to regret this.
So, hold on. I need to increase the critical damage, which is this. I also need to get down here. I probably won't be able to. I'll focus on these first. I want to do Partigo next, then these, and then I'll work my way down here. I'm not going to worry about Robotics Expert. Okay. Even though I do want to improve Ada, it's just, it's not that important. I think we've been in here before, accidentally.
What?
Gunner?
Let's run!
Yeah, like Gunners and Super Mutants are fighting in here. So we have been in here.
Did you hear that?
Which means I need a different close range weapon. The reason is because actually probably do the laser rifle. It's because the spray and pray does damage to me. When I'm close range, because the explosives does damage on me. Okay. Oh. Man, loading screens seem seems to take longer this load. And yeah, I do have more stuff out now than I did before. Not much more though. CPU usage is only at 2%, according to OBS. So it should be running fairly well if it's all on my GPU. Some of these load times, though, man. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with some of my other channels. Cause this one, I don't know. I do want to play Oblivion, but like I want to do that for my next review. So there's no way in hell I'm gonna get this done on time. To have it on this channel properly, to properly run through it. Other than just like a quick run through. And you know, I don't really know what else to put on here next. Like there are other games I could do for future reviews, but again, this whole basically one a review a week. I know I don't consider Kid Game Breakdown on my main channel a review series, but it basically is. It's just a slightly different approach to it than my typical review. And then with some of my other channels, of like I have content for it. It's just like I'm sitting on it, and I just haven't done anything for it for ages, because it takes forever to do the stuff on my other channel. Like I'm playing with some of the stuff right now. It just takes forever for me to get around to what I want to do. Just because, like, I want to relax too, you know? I don't want to be constantly working. So I spent most of yesterday. Is it up? Is it down? See, it told me to go up on this other side. Where is this taking me? Oh, I guess. I guess I did it. Whoa, crap. Ooh. Really? So this is definitely the ladder I came up, right? The fire escape. So I don't know what I was doing in there, why it sent me in there. Crap. I'm lucky I didn't die. Yeah, so I'm just sitting on all this stuff. Like, and like there's other stuff I want to cover, and like I just don't know if what I'm sitting on is actually interesting, or what I want to do with the channel overall. It's if I want to pivot it, and then as well, like I said, I want to actually have some time off. So usually I wind up spending about a day and a half on my days off, and these past couple weeks I've only had 3 days off as opposed to 4. And you might think, oh wow, 4 days off, like 3 days off, that's great. And yeah, it is good. But when I'm spending like basically 2 of those days doing stuff, yeah. for this channel and like not this channel, my main channel, and that takes a while. It takes me, depending on the game, it can take me about 3 days to do a review proper. Again, it depends on the game, it depends on a lot of things, but it usually takes me about 3 days. So usually, unless it's like a really long game, like I usually won't play games all the way through before I review them, just because I think that's a little unrealistic, and I don't think most of the time you actually do need to play all the way through a game to get an idea. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but you really don't. With enough experience, and I'm not saying I'm like an expert by any means, but with enough experience, you really don't need to play every single second, because then where's the line of, you know, you play every single second of the story, because where's the line? Well then I didn't 100% the game. You know, I didn't collect every collectible. I didn't see if that leads anywhere. You know what I mean? Or if there's like secret stuff. So like, where is the line at that point? So that's why I'm like, well, you don't really need to, because if you're not enjoying a game fairly quickly, it's not going to be a game that you recommend, generally. Like, even if you play it for a long period of time, it's generally not going to be something that you're recommending, unless it like makes a like, oh man, this started off slow, but it kind of crept in there with the story and stuff like that. But a lot of the games that I review and done is basically stuff that I've done before, or like touched on before, or usually is like very quick to get through. Like my last review was Dark Void. I finished Dark Void in like maybe 5.5 hours. Probably not even that long, because I took some of that footage. I took some time to capture some more footage of different things, because that's something I'm trying to do now, is try to get more targeted footage about what I'm talking about, rather than just kind of generic footage, more like how I did in the beginning, but while I'm shooting generic footage, instead of like finding a part where I'll go, oh, this is going to be interesting, like the Fallout 4 review. I just captured random stuff and tried to show the different stuff in that. Just go, oh, I can go and do this to show this element of it. And then I still had criticism about it, and I don't mind criticism, but criticism that I didn't go in enough depth. I didn't describe the RPG mechanics and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I don't do that. I just kind of cover the basics. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it malicious with what it's doing? You know, is it trying to manipulate you into spending more money than you should on it?
By the Institute.
It's as I feared. 3 safe houses
you know,
gone.
is it potential psychological
I have nothing further for you
stuff with
I'm sure someone else could use your help.
with the way
More
modern
shortage of files
games
to be
work.
put out.
But
Solving for Theta N when I approaches probability
yeah, it is difficult.
You can send a runner to the DIA cache.
Human
But
interface.
like, so
Well
like
done,
Fallout
Agent.
4, clearly
Runners will be
I've not
sent
finished
to
it because
acquire
I'm still playing it.
contents.
But
Report
even though I
dispensed.
don't know I haven't played it all the way to the end, I can go and look up the ending, right? I can go and look and see what happens. But I can also tell how different it is than Fallout 3, and I can comment on that as well. I can go, oh, it's more nuanced in the story because these factions have different motives that are a little bit more clear than the original, which is true. Railroad has a fairly clear motive. and you can get more details on it by talking to Deacon, because I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you know, Deacon's a fairly fundamental part of the railroad, and you can get more lore and backstory on their methodology and kind of why and how it started. And you know, you have the other people, the other factions. So like, you have the, oh man, what are they called? The Minutemen. You know, who were backstabbed and just trying to kind of recovering themselves. They don't really have that big of a game in the Commonwealth, even though I basically restored them to full power, and they're the most powerful faction in the Commonwealth right now, really, under my leadership, with all the guns and people I've recruited for them. Even though I haven't like properly given them like great weapons, but theoretically they can project the most power in the Commonwealth, at least until the Brotherhood came in with that blimp. But again, with the artillery I've set up, it really, blimp isn't that much of a threat. Not really, especially when you go down their story and their quests and stuff like that. You learn specific things about that blimp that you're like, okay, well, they're not actually in that great a position right now. Like they're like leagues above these small players, like the Gunners and these Raiders, because they have air superiority, they have power armor and stuff like that, and that is something that they have over the Minutemen. But realistically, if I wanted to, I could actually take the time out and give the Minutemen adequate anti-air, because these vertibirds are really easy to take down. They're not that good air support. They're too slow. They're big. They're vulnerable to small arms fire. They're could just equip some people with rocket launchers, and some people with semi-auto shotgun, semi-auto stuff, and burning through ammo for no reason. I need to switch to my armor. But I could give them better armor. I basically could suit out at least like one or two people with every outpost with power armor if I wanted to, with some of like the best stuff you can get. But I'm not gonna take the time to actually do that. I will take the sturdy synth stuff, because I don't think I have a full sturdy synth set. I don't think any of the helmets actually have like a sturdy variant, which kind of sucks. The helmets and the unique stuff, like the start stuff. None of that seems to be powered up, because I guess that would make it way too strong if you did that. But yeah. Yeah, it does suck though with the other channels, like but you know, even if I had 4 days off this week, which I usually do, but I won't forever. But I want to try to get the most out of it while I can. And like I said, I don't want to be working like all the time with my videos on my off time, because yeah, even though I don't play everything all the way through, it still takes a long time. Like even like a lot of the reason I kind of did the kid game breakdown is so I could play a bunch of different games, because that's one thing I kind of miss is just playing games to have fun with it, because I don't have time to have fun and a lot of the time, and so I'm like, well, I'll just play these games that are meant to keep kids entertained, and see if they're actually any good, see if we find any hidden gems, you know, try to recreate it like it was back in our day, you know, when we were playing games for the first time.
That's the last of them.
And you know, you can also kind of get an idea of them fairly quick, and usually the stories aren't as important or relevant in them. You know, if there is a story at all, and that way I can, but it still takes time to do them, obviously. That way I can kind of focus on giving myself a few more days, a few more hours if I need be, to actually do the reviews, which kind of leaves this thing up to a question mark, because this channel kind of takes a long time if I'm playing games like this, where I can just sink hours and hours and hours into it and not be really any closer to the end than I was in my previous video. You know what I mean? It's like I'm nearly half an hour into this video, and it's like I've scraped closer to the finish, but I don't know exactly how much I've scraped closer. So I could do like shorter games on it, and then use that for reviews, which is kind of what I was gonna do. But then this channel is also kind of dedicated to playing them to completion. So I still have the, oh well, I need to actually sit down and finish it then, and that takes time. That takes a lot of time that I could be investing in a channel that's performing better.
Sweet.
But I also want to, again, it's kind of two different conflicting parts of me, or factors of life, just kind of fighting each other. I'm trying to find some balance.
Head wound.
to where I can actually enjoy playing things, but I also have time to. I'm not spending too much time enjoying them, so I can keep the content going to keep up with you know, the releases and stuff. And I'm fairly far ahead
I'm through.
On videos. Like I'm well into February for my reviews, so I could like relax a little bit. It's not like I'm in a rush to get them done. That's why I took the time off initially of making them, of posting them, just so I can get ahead a bit. And I'm a decent amount ahead, and like by the time you'll see this, it'll be about that same time frame. So I was far enough in this series to where I could take some time off of it to focus on my other stuff. But I know I'm gonna need more time. And I've also I'm clearly not having as much fun with the game as when I initially started playing it. Because like again, it's the whole time thing. It's, oh, do I want to actually play it the way I want to play it, or do I play it to where I just hurry up and finish the story? And right now I'm at the state where I'm at. Hurry up, finish the story, move on to next game, because then even if I don't finish it before I start writing the review, I could get far enough ahead on this channel to where that doesn't matter. But then it's a case of, well, will that be interesting? Is it really worth keeping this channel up, since no one really watches it? I you know, not that I care, I really don't, because this channel was just to kind of it was to kind of give me that opportunity to go, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and play a game. So maybe I just don't play games to completion, like I did in Ark. I got far enough in Ark to where I'm like, yo, I'm done. Which one? You know, it is tough, because yeah, I kind of wanted this to be a play to the end, but like I said, I didn't do it with Ark, which was the first series on this. This is series number 2. Of course, I have the Jari Rice and Nidus football that I haven't played in ages. Like I could play that. I want to play at least the season on there, I think. But again, I haven't played that for forever. Where the hell is this thing going? So yeah, it is tough. Or maybe I don't worry about that. Maybe I just play games and I play a game until I kind of get tired of it, and then I move on, and then maybe come back to it in the future at a point where I have where I might have a little bit more time where I actually want to play it again. Or it's like
Yes.
because initially on my main channel, this series it was titled like Bucket Plays. So the idea was like, you know, really we all only have so much time to live. And I'm not saying my time's nearly up, but you never know when it is.
Terminal somewhere.
It's gonna be. So I wanna play. I want to play this game to completion before that time comes. Whatever time that might be. And, like, yeah, it definitely has transformed from that. I don't know if I should eject this tape or not. Oh well. Sure. Okay, that was useless then. This is where we were. So maybe I do just give up on this series for now, and maybe come back to it when I'm in the mood. Because I did play Fallout 4 on Bucket Plays, not Fallout 4, Fallout 3 all the way. I believe I finished Kingdoms of Amalur on Bucket Plays all the way through. Yeah, I believe I did finish it. I know I finished the game. I actually finished the game, but I don't know if I finished it fully on the channel or not. So like I can't remember. It's been so long. You know, so that's something, but that's on a different channel. And I kind of wanted to step away from that, so maybe I should. Well, mind you, though, I wanted to step away from that because I didn't think it fit the channel, and that's why I kind of moved over to a different channel to do it. But maybe this is just the channel where I play games that I want to play. And right now, I'm not wanting to play Fallout 4. I kind of want to play Jerry Rice and Nidus, but I don't want to play that all the time. You know, that was just kind of a quirky filler game. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I might move on because I don't think it's important to me that I finish every game. Well, I know I can't finish every game I own. I own over 4,000 on my Steam library alone. It was physically impossible for me to finish all of them. So, yeah. Maybe just to play to a point where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm done. I'm checked out now. I'm good. And then if I come back later, if I'm like, oh, actually I could do this. I could play this a little bit more. Oh, I do have a save. I don't really remember what's going on, but you know, I'll pick up where that save is, and I'll just play from that save, or I'll start over. It's not that big of a deal. Either way, you know what I mean? I'm not role playing this like I was with my Bucket Play stuff. And I tried to do different things with the Ark series to try to make it a little bit more interesting, and kind of branch out with it, try to make it more interesting for me to play. Because I'm like, well, I could do this while grinding in the background to do the end stuff. But, oh my gosh, that game takes a lot of grinding. Even when you cheat, it takes a lot of grinding. It's just so ridiculously egregious with it. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I think I might do like 1 or 2 more episodes, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is like the last one, or you know, just definitely coming close to an end here on this series, because it's time to move on, I think. Again, I like the game. It's not... I know what the end is, and that's another thing. Is if I'm interested in the game enough to play it, okay. I don't think I'm interested in this game enough to finish it. And I know what the end is because I watched the end, but I was interested enough to know how it ends. And I'm okay with not playing it. I'm okay with just watching it, even though I'm doing that less and less now. Again, it's trying to find the time to work is on this is a thing. You know, I'm spending half of my time basically work making money, and then just under half of that half of my time, again, I usually take like maybe a day and a half off, and even then I still usually do something on those days for my main channel. So I'm basically trying not to burn myself out, even though I do enjoy making videos, and I'm doing an okay job with it. I don't think I will be able to if I feel I have to finish every game I start on this channel to the end. And I know I didn't set that precedent with Ark, but I wanted to do that with Fallout 4 when I started playing it. But maybe I will finish the next one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I know I blabbed on a little bit. I'll see you on whatever the next video happens to be. Bye.